No one expected that evening to become one of the most memorable moments in the world of artists and fans of Outlander. On June 7, at a luxurious villa in the countryside of Scotland, Caitriona Balfe held a private but impressive celebration to share the good news. She was pregnant with her first child with Sam Heughan. The news came like a storm to the fan community. The relationship between Caitriona and Sam has long been surrounded by speculation, curious looks and hopes from the show's loyal fans. But Caitriona, with her secretive nature, has never confirmed anything. Until that night. The party was held in the poetic setting of an ancient villa with a brilliant purple lavender garden. Glass lanterns floated in the air, the pale yellow light like shimmering stars decorated the night. Soft music played from an acoustic band, while the guests, mostly close friends, longtime colleagues and Outlander crew members, sipped wine and enjoyed the cozy atmosphere. Caitriona appeared in an elegant white silk dress, her face radiant and her smile unable to hide her happiness. Next to her was Sam Heughan, with his usual handsome appearance, his eyes never leaving her for a moment. The most anticipated moment came when Caitriona raised her glass. The chatter gradually quieted down. "Thank you all for coming tonight. I know there have been many questions, many whispers over the years." She paused, turned to look at Sam, "But today, I just want to say one thing. We are going to be parents." The whole room was silent for a second, then exploded in applause, cheers and emotional laughter. Some of the crew were even moved to tears, not out of surprise, but because they had witnessed the journey of these two people since the early days of filming Outlander. Sam took Caitriona's hand, raised his glass to celebrate, then gently hugged her in a tight hug. He whispered something in her ear that made her laugh and lean her head on his shoulder, a simple but precious moment, causing all the cameras to pause because no one wanted to break that sacred privacy. The party continued in joy. A corner of the garden was decorated specifically for the baby about to be born, ultrasound frames, wooden plaques with the temporary name, Baby Fraser, as a gentle tribute to the character that is so closely associated with both of them. Caitriona's close friends, including Tobias Menzies and Sophie Skelton, took turns hugging her and sharing the joy. Even more surprising was the short video that played during the party, a collection of adorable behind-the-scenes photos from the Outlander set, where Caitriona and Sam shared intimate glances, genuine laughter and even tired moments after emotional scenes. Interspersed was an image of the first ultrasound, when Sam held Caitriona's hand, staring at the screen like a child discovering the world for the first time. "We never had a specific plan. But love doesn't need a reason, it just needs the right moment," Sam shared in the clip, "and today, I know I'm living in that moment." The next morning, social media was flooded with congratulations. Although the party was not publicized by the press, romantic photos posted by a few close guests went viral. The hashtag Kate and Sam baby topped Twitter trends in just a few hours. Fans sent small gifts, loving messages and even started predicting the baby's name. One netizen wrote, "I don't know if I am dreaming, but the biggest dream of an Outlander fan has come true." As for Caitriona, she returned to work quietly and without fanfare. But her radiant face in subsequent appearances, along with her increasingly visible belly, were living proof of the happiness she was experiencing. Sam, in a recent interview, could not hide her emotion. "I used to think I was just Jamie on screen. But now, I am going to be a father, for real. And that, for me, goes beyond the role." The celebration was more than just a milestone in the lives of two stars. It was a testament to a love that was quiet, enduring and needed no explanation. The story of Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan is no longer a rumor, but a real chapter, where sweetness and surprises combine to create the most magical thing, a new beginning. Since that emotional pregnancy celebration, Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan's lives have entered a whole new chapter. Days on the set of Outlander have become more special than ever. not only because it's the final season, but because each frame now carries the breath of a growing family. In the final months of her pregnancy, Caitriona has maintained her usual elegance and strength. However, with her perfectionist nature, she has also begun to step back from some of the more complicated scenes. Sam has always been there, not only as a co-star but also as a partner who silently watches her every move. Those on the crew say he often adjusts her chair, arranges her drinks, and even learns some prenatal massage techniques to help Caitriona relax during breaks. He's been preparing for fatherhood like he's preparing for the most important role of his life, an assistant director half-jokingly said. One afternoon in late May, Sam was seen leaving an Edinburgh bookshop with 2 bags full of books on parenting, pregnancy nutrition and early fatherhood diaries. In a short live stream, he even laughed out loud when sharing, "I didn't expect to find myself so emotional reading a chapter about changing my first nappy. Someone remind me to wear a hazmat suit, the outside world has been watching." The press, fans and skeptics can only exclaim, "They're meant to be." In a short interview with The Guardian, Caitriona softly shared, "I used to think I could have it all, but not at the same time. But Sam made me realize, sometimes miracles happen when you stop looking." At that moment, she gently placed her hand on her belly, where the little creature was moving, and her eyes sparkled with a very real happiness. The night before the due date, the two decided to leave the city, to a small house in Skye, a place Sam called, the last peaceful place before life changed forever. Together they watched the sea, cooked, read books and prepared the baby's small room. Caitriona chose a soft beige color scheme, some lavender patterns, and a white photo frame at the head of the bed, ready for the baby's first photo. Sam spent the day assembling the crib, reading aloud children's stories in his strong Highland Jamie Fraser accent, making Caitriona laugh. If he doesn't understand anything, at least he'll love his daddy's voice in his belly. And then, one quiet morning, as the mist still hung over the distant hills, Caitriona said softly, "Sam, I think it's time." They looked at each other, and nothing more needed to be said. They were ready.